Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on Roll with Advantage, the party made their way into Candlekeep.
You walk in the front door of the Great Library.
While searching the Great Library for the information they seek, the Order finds something unexpected.
You see a portal into a bluish-gray swirling area.
It's a gate to the abyss. But of course, no gate is a match for the obsidian flame.
You smack the algae, and when you do, you see the portal shatter into a million pieces.
The party heads to the main part of the library where they found the source of the evil overrunning Candlekeep.
In the center of this massive room, a fleshy lump that throbs and pulses. It has chains all over it, and it says, "Yes, yes, bring Yasna Agul more books."
Tin calls upon her deity to take care of the blights of life.
I'm going to use Channel Divinity, Destroy Undead.
But unfortunately, Tin's deific powers made her an easy target and gets feeble-minded.
I'm just sitting on the floor, chilling.
The party quickly destroys the ugly demon within and get an ominous message.
The protected are not. The wars begin now. And he explodes. And when he explodes, bile and blood go everywhere.
And, seeing the destruction of his once home, Bond decides to stay behind and protect what is left of Candlekeep while the rest of the party travels onward. And I think I'd like to stay here for an extended amount of time and revive Candlekeep. The party travels towards Waterdeep. Is this the only place to be attacked by the Abyss, or have other places fallen prey to the evil from the Abyss?
You're on the ship, and Waterdeep is on the horizon. It's about mid-afternoon at this point. You guys have been traveling for a few days. You've been encountering a lot of headwind, so it's been a slower go. We'll say, I believe it took you 2 days to get down there. We'll say 3 days to come back. Do you guys want to do anything during that time?
Read my book.
Read your book?
Yeah.
Okay. How many hours do you need to dedicate to it?
48.
48 hours? Okay. And you want to try to power through it?
Hell yeah.
Okay. So what I need is a Constitution save. I'll need at least 2 Constitution saves. We'll start with the first save and the second save, and we'll see if you need another. This is basically just how far can you get through this book by reading straight 48 hours, and if you can keep your eyes open that long.
So Keo's powering through a book of his own too.
Which one?
It's a flip book he's made that says The Art of Being Awesome. It's his own manual of.
Nice. Yeah. You've got really kid drawn wings and stuff like that to make it look like the Tome of Leadership.
Am I able to read the book on demons?
Yeah, if you like.
Okay. I didn't know what language it was in, so.
It's gonna be common,
Okay.
just because of its nature. It's on this plane. It's gonna be in Common, but it's gonna be an old dialect of Common, much like Old English. Keo, do you spend any time deciphering the Tome of Epido?
Sure, a bit.
Okay.
I also spend some time playing with dolls and
Right.
Yeah.
How much time do you dedicate?
Probably about 2.5 hours a day.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
maybe round it up, make it a full work day's worth.
Okay.
But
You're getting pretty proficient in translating at this point, to the point where it takes you probably 25% longer to to read. Unlike it's like you're not quite fluent, but you understand what these things mean.
You can read it 25% faster?
No, 25% slower.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Than like Common or Draconic or
Right.
just straight up Sylvan.
You are able to decipher 2 chapters.
Oh, wow.
The 5th chapter is a very short chapter, and that's why you were able to decipher so much.
All right. I got a 11 and a 24.
An 11 and a 24. So you are capable of completing this task. You just like pound through this, binge read it. Like one of the ship's crew like walks in, probably walks into the mess room while you're sitting there eating like some oatmeal or whatever, and like starts to open the door, and you're just like shh, and they're just like, and they leave. You could not be disturbed for these couple of days. You suffer 2 points of exhaustion. So yes, on the 3rd day, you recover 1 point of that exhaustion. So you just have 1 in total.
Neat.
Tin, you are reading on the Demon Lords.
Yes. Oh, wait. Do I have the befuddled thing removed from me?
The befuddled thing.
Or feeble-minded?
Oh, the feeble-minded? Not yet. How long did that last? Do you remember?
It's like a month before she
Yeah.
So I
submitted
can't
save.
actually read the book then.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, unless someone's got greater restoration, but I don't.
Just me.
Yep. That's right.
No, given
So, JK.
given that piece of knowledge, that changes what Keo is doing a little bit.
Okay.
Keo spends his time taking care of Tenuvial
Aw, thank
somewhat.
Okay. Nice. Tin, you're still reading the book. You just aren't reading
Flipping
at
the
all.
pages like a toddler would.
Yep, exactly. And Keo, you find a little time to get in some translation work while she's quiet.
Yeah. Yeah. I show her the flip book.
Whoops.
I blow her mind.
So you guys are gonna take me to a temple or something, right?
We stop in the nearest,
Okay.
the nearest big town that we think would have a cleric capable of casting.
Wouldn't Waterdeep have one?
Waterdeep
yes,
would. Your next nearest town would have been Baldur's Gate, moving north, or Daggerford, or Waterdeep.
Yeah.
So one of those towns.
We stop by a town and we're like, our elf's broke. Fix her.
Yeah, we definitely try and get that fixed as soon as possible.
Okay. So you head towards Baldur's Gate, and so we're rewinding a little bit. You guys leave Candlekeep, and you haven't even gotten a chance to do a long rest at this point. Baldur's Gate is like, I don't know, a few hours journey from Candlekeep as a bird flies north, and as you get closer to the town, you start seeing smoke rising from the town, and as you're floating by, Kinian is just insistent to get to Waterdeep as safe as possible, and really insists we don't stop and fuck with what's going on. And what you see going on is there's smoke rising. The city looks to be razed, and you see a big, this giant swath of black ooze that is moving over the city, and it has basically caked every inch of the city now.
Ew.
The smoke that you see rising is not from fire; it's from the caustic burning of the town.
Now, this blob, is it slow? Or is
You
it
do
a-
not see a monster attached to this blob. This is like a slug trail.
Yeah.
But so it's moving at the pace of like.
So then,
Something
then
nice.
it's already passed through, though.
Yeah, it's already passed through. Nothing is
Oh.
actually moving. This is identical to the stuff you encountered at Candlekeep. But
Oh.
it seems to be much more caustic.
Now, how fast does our ship move?
Like, it's gotten worse?
Yes. Because if you remember in Candlekeep, you were able to hold it up with like a pen, and it kind of just ruined the pen. But this is like burning. This is disintegrating stone buildings.
So you could almost you could hypothesize that if it was the same, if something created it that had also been at Candlekeep, perhaps it's getting stronger as it's traveling.
Yeah, potentially.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, Tin, of course, doesn't think this. 'Cause
Right. Yeah. Tin is just.
Kyo's like, what would Tin think?
Yeah.
Now, how fast is our ship? Like,
I think it's like 16 or 20 miles per hour or something like that. It's not
So-
very fast.
so my broom can outfly it.
Yes.
'Cause
yeah,
I can do
you
50
should be able
around.
to catch up, yes.
I would check it out,
Okay.
despite Kinian's.
I would go with him.
Okay. So Kinian essentially says,
I tell Supper to take care of Tin.
okay. Kinian says, do what you want. You can ring back to the ship, so whatever. We're not stopping. And the ship just keeps going. You two fly down to the town. What are you looking for?
Signs of survivors.
Okay. Is there anything particular that Manette's looking for? Are you trying to diagnose what's going on with the ooze, or are you just looking for survivors as well?
Giant boxes of baking soda.
Yeah.
Yeah, mostly looking for any survivors, see if there's, like, anybody left alive.
Okay.
I would also try to investigate
Okay.
the ooze to see if I can tell
What's going
what's making it stronger.
on? Okay.
Now, if I know my alchemy, I would know that potash is a bit of a base.
His
So,
base. Yeah.
so if I burn buildings, it'll help.
So you guys do a quick general flyby, just for looking around. Give me both of you give me an investigation,
And
or I'm sorry, perception. Perception. You're not touching anything.
it's daytime.
Yes.
Although, luckily, I'm not a drow, so
So it's probably
17.
cloudy from all the smoke.
17.
I perceive it an 8. So close to a 20.
So 17. You are very sure you haven't seen any movement. This town is dead still. You also notice on some of these buildings there is a bunch of like ivy that's growing from the ooze, and it's like this ivy algae, and it looks a lot like the monsters you guys fought. Some of them are like around windows and stuff like that, and as you guys like quick sweep in low to get a closer look, some of them like half-assed reach out to like slam at you.
Yeah, those ones get fire bolts.
Yeah. The poof.
Damn. Okay. So this is still, what, Neverwinter? Or,
Baldur's
This is
Gate.
Baldur's
Baldur's
Gate.
Gate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a big ass town,
yeah.
and it's just gone.
Was it like the same size as Waterdeep? or?
No, there's nothing bigger or
Okay.
as big as Waterdeep.
Bigger
Callum
than
Shan
Everland?
might. What's that?
What was its size compared to Everland?
Slightly bigger.
Okay.
So it's a very popular port town. You're probably looking at Yeah, was. Let's use the right or pronouns. I think the best number to put at it is probably 100,000 people.
Okay.
That were there. You see some of the ooze like dripping into the water, and just it becomes like this lava lamp type situation where it just kind of globulates and flows down into the ocean. Is there anything else you want to do? No?
No.
You notice the trail continues northward. Bamfing back to the ship, you ring in, and time passes. Minette, you are able to read your book for a very long time. Keo, you and Tin take a ride to Daggerford as your ship are passing by, or is passing by, and the local clergy there are very proficient.
I tie Tin to me so she can't fall off.
Okay.
I weigh a lot more than you, though.
Yeah, she does. It's more like Tin has tied you to her.
I'm just like kind of almost like dancing to myself on the broom. Like,
Yeah.
do.
Yep. And you fly down to Daggerford. The clergy there, they offer to heal her for 300 gold pieces.
I say, how about for this? And I pull out one of my 300 gold piece diamonds.
They snatch it.
Oh, we could have just taken it out of the party funds.
It's worth a lot to them to have a 300 gold piece diamond.
Well, yeah. Usually that would be good for a Revivify.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Which is why I bought them in the first place.
So
They're kind of useless right now.
do we ever see the ooze
As you're passing?
as we're passing by?
No. The coast goes, it kind of bellies in.
Sure.
So you guys are heading
We're
the
going
most
by
direct
the crows.
route.
Yeah, we're going the crows route.
Yeah, so the land itself bellies inward, pretty far, probably like 5 or 6 miles to the east.
We definitely need to warn them that this destructive force is coming up the coast.
You say that over the ring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I say beware of the blob.
Tin, when you get your mind back, you still recall everything that happened. It's one of those like you're trapped behind your own eyes type thing. So you do remember what the destruction was of the ooze.
I'm sorry I didn't try to get the brush tangled in your hair.
You're still trying to work it out of your hair, the brush. You warn the clergy. Seeing how you're talking to them eye to eye, they take it. They're concerned. They just don't know what to do about it, right?
Typical.
I mean, for comparison, Daggerford is going to be like an eighth of the size of what do you call it? Of Boulder's Gate.
They should evacuate.
Yeah, I think that's what they're gonna do is they're evacuating and they're heading north to Waterdeep. You guys have probably about half a day's journey left till you get to Waterdeep, and during that time, Tin, you are able to gain a good bit of knowledge from the Demon's Book.
Okay.
Am
I still going to... Is there some that I'll have to finish later on?
Yes,
Okay,
I
that's
think,
fine. I just for internal. Yep.
I think essentially what you probably did was breeze through it and just kind of read the highlights and the stuff that was like, bold text, stuff like that. There's definitely some interesting detail that you make note to go back on. This is actually a really, really interesting book. I'll give you an overall gist, and then if you need the information on the fly, I'll just give it to you.
Okay.
So just make note that you are very proficient in history checks for demon lords. You'll probably get advantage in those situations, and probably give me for the stuff that was in the book. The overall gist of the Demon Lord's book is this. You see the symbol that you saw a lot of in your research while you were researching in Waterdeep. It is a infinite symbol with a arrow pointing down, and you now understand it to be the symbol of the abyss. And this book describes the abyss as being a place of pure chaos. Chaos in this plane is more about freedom and free of will type thing. Chaos in the abyss is literal anarchy. No rules, the strongest survive. And that's what you learn, is that the demon lords are just this chaotic ether's manifestation of something strong. It's the Darwin, it's the strongest of all the chaotic beasts. And that you, after reading this, you understand that no demon is identical. There's certain classes of demons, but they will never ever permutate the same way. That's just the nature of the beast when it comes to the abyss.
The nature of the demon.
Yes. You do, however, you discover a fair bit about the Demogorgon. The Demogorgon is a two-headed ape-headed creature with tentacles for arms and hands, and you understand that its purest goal is to rule, to assert its own power. On
like all planes, or
on all planes. Something that is touched upon in the book is that the abyssal plane is something to be contained. It doesn't go much further than that, but it alludes to a struggle at the planar level of making sure the abyss does not overflow into the other planes, because everything there wants to spread, essentially. That's the long and short of it. You learn a lot more than that, but it's more situational from there. And with that, you enter into Waterdeep's harbor. You land just outside of Waterdeep. The crew now respecting the law of the land. You use the propeller to push yourself into the harbor proper, and the guards, they don't give you too much guff. They definitely give you side-eye, though. They're not big fans. You have docked, and
still not asking for it.
Yeah. You have docked, and what do you want to do?
well,
Kinian darts.
Yeah.
He just disappears.
Okay, so we can't even.
He's very Kinian-like. He just, as soon as he can jump to the dock, he doesn't wait for anything to be tied up or anything.
He probably flies, actually.
Nope, that's illegal. And Kinian's been very good at respecting those laws. He breaks laws indoors.
When it's not easy to get caught.
That's right. That's the pirate way. He's he waits until he can jump ship, and he says, "Take care of my ship!" and lands on the dock and just darts.
Aye, it's in good hands. I'm going to start by tying up the ship.
Okay.
I want to stop by the guard, whatever, and talk to Eloise, see
Okay.
kind of
In
what's
the
been
castle
going
ward?
on. Yeah, find out if there's still all that weird, like, oh, there's no, like, gang.
Zentarum.
Yeah, Zentarum, and everything's daisy and roses.
Mm-hmm.
What time of day is it?
Midday.
Midday? I would go to Blackstaff Tower
Okay.
and try and find Lyriel and tell her about this ooze that's destroying cities.
Okay. Keo, you want to follow Tin or Manette?
Probably Minette.
Okay.
He's got to check in with his grad
His
students.
studies. Yes.
Yeah, I was going to say that'd be more interesting for Q.
So Tin, you visit Eloise in the castle ward. She is at her desk at the main guard station, the cop shop, essentially, where you guys went when Bond got incarcerated. And she looks worried. She always looks worried, right?
Yeah.
But she looks worried, and you get the sense that she's watching things. You know what I mean? Like she gets that look of like things aren't right.
Like she's trying to be very hyper vigilant about her surroundings and stuff.
Yeah. Things like it's almost too nice. It's too good to be true. Things are running too smoothly in town.
Waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yes, and she is continuously making note of whose demeanors have changed and things like that. She's trying to find threads to pull on. What do you want to talk to her about? What do you want to ask her?
Just if she's heard any changes since we have been there last. If there's anything she thinks I should check out or whatever.
She says, outside of our line of refugees that have been coming in from Mirabar, nothing seems to be going wrong. Nothing at all, in fact. Crime is down, the Zentarum are gone, the Thieves Guild Xanathar is behaving himself. Things are a little too nice. I haven't seen any drastic change outside of people just being good. And that's weird. It's nice weird, but it's still concerning. In a city with millions of people, you would think crime would not drop so drastically, but I mean, people are getting comfortable.
It sounds almost like some sort of compulsion or spell.
She looks at you and she says, maybe I'll inquire with the Blackstaff Tower. And she starts going down that road, I think, at that point.
Literally or?
No, like...
In her head, okay.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, she's like, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. And she, like, slams her desk away from her. She stands up and she's like, you coming with?
Of course.
And she marches down to Blackstaff Tower.
It's a great way to rejoin the party.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Allen, and thank you so much for joining us once again for Season 3, Episode 5. We are out there and we are having a great time this season so far. Thank you so much to our listeners, and a big thank you to our patrons over at patreon.com. You guys are absolutely amazing. You are what keep us hosted and out on the internet for everyone to enjoy, so thank you. If you want to be a patron, go check out patreon.com/DMsTable. This week we announced a brand new goal, and that is if we can hit 10 patrons, I will personally create a monthly set of dice and send them out to one lucky patron that has subscribed. All you need to do is subscribe for at least $1 a month, and you will be entered into that pool automatically as long as we have at least 10 patrons. So go help support the cause, let all your friends know, and let's start giving away dice. Go follow us now on Twitter at DM's Table or on Facebook at The DM's Table. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 audiobooks to choose from. Whether you're on your iPhone, your Android, or even a Kindle, you can listen to Audible. And Audible has this phenomenal deal going on where Roll with Advantage listeners will get 2 free audiobooks and 2 free Audible originals just for signing up for a free 30-day trial. Go take advantage of that offer at www.audibletrial.com/RWA. Just by signing up helps support the show and also allows you access to one of the best audiobook streaming platforms there are. All right, let's send it over to Adam for this week's recommendation.
Hey everyone. In light of the recent Super Bowl, I'm going to break with tradition and suggest a sports book. Just kidding, I'm all about that fantasy genre. The Novice Summoner Book 1 is an entertaining coming-of-age story by Tran Matharu about Fletcher, a blacksmith apprentice. One day, Fletcher discovers that he has the power to summon demons and summons Ignatius, a small salamander/dragon-type demon. Fletcher travels to the academy to get trained on his powers and get shipped off to war. What challenges await our young hero? Listen now to find out.
Go check that book out. Adam highly suggests it, so you know it's got to be good. He hasn't steered me wrong yet, so make sure to get it on your reading list. I know it's on mine. Now, I want to talk about Incompetech.com has been with us from the start, and we have been using their free offering for a very long time. It is absolutely phenomenal, the depth of audio scores that they have to offer, and they are produced with such talent. They provide such great audioscapes. They are wonderful for podcasts like ours, or just listening to while you're prepping or trying to focus on your studies or reading. Once again, that's Incompetech.com. All right, that's all I have for you this week. Let's get back to the episode, and I'll see you out on the internet. Bye, guys. Minette, you get to the Blackstaff Tower, and at the door waiting for you is Lyriel.
Hello.
And she says, Minette, how nice to see you so soon. How goes Candlekeep?
Poorly.
Oh.
And I explain its current state of affairs.
She starts to weep. Not like uncontrollably, but she says
she's very familiar with the library there. I imagine it's...
I loved that library. The people there were amazing. They were very nice people. I am very good friends with the master there. Or I was, I guess. That's gonna be hard to get used to.
We never found the speaker, did we? Or the keeper of tomes?
No.
Keeper of tomes. Okay. Well, I will say that we aren't positive that the keeper is no longer with us.
Okay.
But your advice about the Undying Sage was a little cryptic, and if we shouldn't trust him, then we might not trust the Keeper of Tomes.
Why do you worry about the Undying Sage? You haven't met him, correct? I mean, you're still here, so you got that going for you.
We have the letter that says that they're kind of working together, right? The keeper and...
Yep. She says... So, I'll tell you. The Undying Sage is a oddity, we'll say. He is a dragon. A red dragon. An ancient red dragon, in fact, named Clouth. The Undying Sage is one of the first sages from Candlekeep. Candlekeep was established long, long ago, and the entire architecture is based on gathering knowledge, and that's what the wandering sages do for Candlekeep, is they go out into the world, gather tomes of history, and bring them back and keep them. The Undying Sage, Clouth, is very dangerous. He is a purveyor of knowledge, and that is good for the keep, but not for you guys.
So he's an ally of Candlekeep.
He is an ally of Candlekeep, yes.
And we are allies of Candlekeep.
Yes,
So why is that dangerous?
because red dragons are dangerous inherently.
Okay.
The warning was to beware of him. Essentially, don't go looking for him.
Might not be able to avoid doing that.
Oh. Okay.
He has the remaining pieces of 6, I believe, and we're kind of hoping to get those.
She says, when you meet Clouth, because it sounds like you must meet Clouth, be on your best behavior. Don't let Kinnian speak.
I'd leave him on the ship if I could.
She says, you must have the best manners with Clouth. If you do that, you'll be fine.
Do you have a way to contact him?
Yes? What do you want me to tell him?
I would very much like to have an agreement with him in place before we meet with him. If we can bring him what he wants rather than hope we have brought it with us when we meet, our interaction would go much better.
I will contact him for you. I don't know if he'll respond.
That's fair.
Know that you're safe in this town, though, as dragons cannot enter.
Yeah, I know that much.
You do know that much.
Kyo says poppycock.
She says, Kyo, I didn't realize you were there. You were so quiet. What she says is, I think he is going to be very agreeable to some terms, seeing how you did him a favor, I guess, by not killing his son.
What son is this?
The son you captured outside of Everland and apparently chopped a wing off.
Oh.
Flies in circles now.
Flies in circles.
That's his new name.
She stifles a laugh. That's his name? Is he a tabaxi? Flies in circles now?
Yep. Out of character.
Yep.
Trying to
Yes.
refresh memory.
Yep. Piece it together.
Isn't that one of the twins?
Yes.
And didn't we kill the other twin?
Oh, yeah.
That's why I said, oh,
But he's happy that we left one of them alive.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, got to keep the line going.
Bingo.
so it's not we didn't kill Clouth's son. We didn't kill one of Clouth's
Didn't
sons.
We didn't kill
all
both.
of them.
Or
Yes.
all
We
of them.
didn't kill both of his sons.
Yes.
Well, the one that died in battle.
Right. Exactly.
It was, yeah.
That's what happened.
And he fell to a great adventuring band. We're famous. We killed the Kraken, and it took us a while to kill his son. So, quite the legendary children.
Right.
This guy had. Past tense.
Man, there's a lot of tenses going around in it.
Wow.
Just wait till we talk to Klaus.
So let's talk about the Soulmonger.
What do you care to know about it?
As much as you can tell me, because it might have eaten one of my friend's souls.
That is quite unfortunate. What I know of the Soulmonger is it was built long ago by a lich named Acerak. I have known that it's been active for quite some time now, and to deactivate it would not be wise, which is unfortunate because many people are dying now. I do not know what its purpose is for. I only understand the effects.
Do you understand the effects enough that you can help us
Stop it? I understand the level of danger that a Acerak poses, and that's why I say it would not be wise. I think it's a dangerous trip. Otherwise, I would venture myself. Many of my friends are dying from the curse.
Did she expand on why it would not be wise to deactivate it?
Is it just because
Just
a
'cause it's
Acerak is dangerous?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But actually deactivating it is not. It's just, it will be difficult in order to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Do you know how we can circumvent some of the effects? Because my friends have been affected by necrotic damage and are unable to fully recover from it. And that is only going to make things harder for us in the future.
The long answer is no.
That seemed pretty short.
It's also the short answer. This is thousands of years old. And I think at that point is when Tin and
Eloise
show up. And like you are having this conversation in the doorway, and Eloise like stomp marches up, and she says, Eloise, and she says, "You son of a bitch, you casted things on the town, and you charmed everyone, and damn it, this sounds ridiculous now that I say it out loud."
I do one of those lookovers. Like, what?
She kind of smiles at this accusation, and she says, "I've done nothing of the sort, Eloise. Otherwise, why would you be so angry right now?" And Eloise just kind of folds her arms and harumphs. She looks at you, Tin, and she says, There's still something going on. And Lyriel says, "Eloise, why don't we talk for a little bit?" And Eloise gives you a arched eyebrow, Tin, and she says, "This should be interesting." And they disappear into the tower. Did you want to try and get a word in?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Lyriel, so, okay, I know that I'm not saying Blackstaff Tower did anything, because I don't see any motive why you guys would do this, but the sudden peace and, like, lack of crime and such, does it appear to you that it could be caused by something magical?
Meanwhile, I've got my notepad out.
She says, Yes. But not in the way you're thinking. Someone is trying to stop the Soulmonger. And I think it's a good portion of the Zentarum. I don't have good visibility right now. But maybe Eloise here can help uncover things for me.
So,
Conspiracy is afoot.
the
To make you happy.
The Zentarum are trying to stop the Soulmonger, and as a result, something is causing or creating a magical effect on the town.
No, there's no magical effect. The Zentarum are just assholes. And the town runs very smoothly when the Zentarum are not here trying to get their cut.
Gotcha.
Kyo
It's kind
mutters,
of impressive in a way.
Yeah.
that's what they would want you to believe.
They make their way off into the tower at this point. Is there anything specific that you guys want to do here at the tower then?
I know she says it's dangerous, but I'd
Yeah.
still like to know where Sararak is and where the Soulmonger is so that maybe we can go stop it. I
Okay.
get that's not probably the greatest idea at the moment, especially with everyone so affected by their hit point maximum being down. But,
Yeah, I would want to focus on the death curse first.
well, that is
Sure.
the death curse.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
The Soulmonger is the source of that. So
Yeah, sorry.
So you guys spend some time in the library then?
Yes.
Trying to read up on what the library has for the Soulmonger.
can I investigate?
You can at advantage because it's a library. It's your favored terrain.
Yeah. I'm going to assist him by having my unseen servant, Jeeves, get us some books.
All right.
Well, I rolled a 5 and a 2. So 23.
Oh my gosh. Get
it's up
out.
to plus
Nice.
18 now.
Nice.
Get out.
With the Ion Stone
Nice.
and the intelligence increase.
And Dan was complaining about my.
yeah, right.
It's too bad that's not like to hit or something. Like
You people and your ridiculous.
So, you are investigating. What was your lower roll? Because I forgot you're exhausted,
At
and I believe
20?
that
oh yeah,
gives
20.
you disadvantage. Okay, 20.
Because he rolled,
Rolled a 2,
and
got a
has-
20.
What you find of the Soulmonger specifically is that there is, and this is something that you knew a little bit about from the like small tomb of Sararak, the micro dungeon that you guys went through, that piques adventurers' interest. You get a kind of a refresher of what's going on, and it sparks your memory that you knew once before. The Soulmonger lies somewhere in Cholt.
Okay.
I learned something amazing. It's in a paradise, a land with no winter.
I would imagine that by the time I'm done doing research, it's getting
Yeah, it's
fairly late. So yes, I will go back to the ship and attempt to have a long rest so that I'm not exhausted.
All right. All three of you head back through town, through the castle ward. Oh, pew.
I'm
All right.
tired, man.
Yeah.
I teleport.
Okay, you teleport to the ship, and you all have a nice long rest. The next morning comes to you, and Kinian is still not there.
Okay.
Tin, this evening, I think you spend the first 4 hours not quite meditating, but just kind of going over memory, and trying to figure out how you feel about that. Right, the fact that you were stuck behind your own eyes with no true action, no intelligent action.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
And you start to meditate. When you come to from your meditation, in front of you is a imp with a vest that is tied in front on his chest, and it's got like this leather vest. It looks to be stitched together with an assortment of skins of some sort. Long ears, gray-red skin, very short creature with a wide bald head, almond-shaped eyes, and it says, miss, I didn't want to disturb your meditation. My master has sent you a message.
Who's your master?
I can't tell you that.
Can you tell me who you are?
My name is Black. He's like,
Insert dentist joke here.
right. And yeah, he says Black, and he gives you like this big, wide, gooey teeth grin.
Ugh.
Like really bad hygiene, and the stink kind of rolls off his breath, and he just kind of stands there expectantly, like just blinking
Are
at you.
you going to tell me this message you came to tell me?
Oh, I don't know it, miss. Not to be inappropriate, but you have to take my vest off. He's nude. Other than that, it's literally just the vest. No pants, nothing.
So you have a message from your master, and it's on your vest?
Not quite. Just remove the vest, please.
What's going to happen when I remove your vest?
You'll be able to read the message. You can insight him if you like.
Yes, I would like to do that. 24.
You believe that he is telling the truth, and that he doesn't seem to be hiding anything. Though he's probably evil, he seems lawful.
Okay.
He seems to be following his orders.
So I just quickly send a message through the ring to Manette, and I just say, hey, don't panic, but, if anything
I
crazy...
start panicking.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
If anything crazy happens in the next 5 minutes, or if I don't talk to you on the ring in 5 minutes from now, please come check on me. Okay, thanks, bye!
Don't forget, Kyo, you now have a ring, or I think you have the ring. Kinian's got the bracelet, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It can be off, but if it's off, you've got like a faint
voicemail?
a faint red glow beeping on the ring.
So yeah, just doing that.
Missed messages like Slack.
Well, yeah, mine's always on voicemail. It's,
Yes.
because I screen my phone calls.
So I always hate when the one character is in like, oh, this is so obviously a shady situation. Let me do something stupid and not tell anyone. I take the vest off of the imp.
So when you reach down for this thread that holds the vest on, you notice that when you kind of pull the vest forward, so does the imp walk forward. And then you start to see, as you're pulling the thread, it's going through the imp. And
impaling going through?
Yep. And you're pulling the thread, and eventually the vest comes off, and you see about 16 holes in the imp, and the imp says, "Oh, thank goodness. If someone breaks those threads, I die."
Oh, so I didn't like maim or kill him or anything.
No, I'm fine. My master just puts the threads through my heart, and so if anyone tampers with it, I explode and the message is destroyed.
Didn't I just
And then he
tamper with it?
no, you're the
Oh.
intended recipient. And like as he's like stretching and he's like, it's good to get rid of that vest. He like turns around and he's like, go ahead, read. And you see scrolled on his back in his skin, cut into his skin, a message.
Lovely.
Demons.
Yep. Am I able to read said message?
Yes, it would be in Elvish. The message says, I invite you, the Obsidian Flame, and you specifically to Nuviel, touched by Lathander, to visit me here in Waterdeep. Find me in the City of the Dead. And it is signed Asmodeus.
That's a familiar name.
Now, what time of day is it?
It is morning.
All right.
First thing in the morning.
Kyo's already out shopping for tuning forks.
Okay. Do you start with forks? Like salad forks?
Well, I already have one, which is my rusty fork.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be cool.
Was that part of the Amcathra estate stuff?
No. Rack your
No.
brain real quick. Give me a religion check. I believe you're proficient now.
Yes, I am. So that 15 turns into a 20.
Nice. Asmodeus is the archdevil of the Nine Hells. He is the boss. You also know just the brief history of Asmodeus. He was once an angel, fallen from Mount Celeste.
So he's the Lucifer parallel?
He's essentially Lucifer to a degree.
Paradise Lost Lucifer?
The core concept is
The Morning Star.
yeah.
Paradise Lost, yep.
Yep. The core concept is that he was, when he was making choices, he was making them for himself, not for the greater good. He still followed law like he was supposed to, but it was for selfish means. And as punishment, the angels sent him to the Nine Hells with his brethren, his other followers, to protect the worlds and keep the souls of the damned. That's the basics that you would understand from your studies. It just so happened to come up.
Of course, naturally.
She's only studied like once for religion, so. Anyways.
It was over like a few days, though.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it was good. Took a crash course in religion.
I send a message on the ring and just say, hey, everything's still good, FYI. So I kind of back away from Plaque.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, so your master is Asmodeus?
Asmodeus.
Asmodeus.
It's, well, you can say it two ways, right? So, like, you can say Asmodeus or Asmodeus. I don't really know what he prefers. I think he intentionally switches it up just to keep people on their toes.
I could see how if you're a minion or servant, that could be problematic for you.
Yes. I fortunately have guessed correctly every time. So far. Well, see ya. And he just like and turns into like the smoke, like this vortex of smoke, and then just blinks out of the area.
Over the ring. Hey guys, I've got an interesting story for you when you have a minute.
Minette walks in your room.
With the thunder cannon.
Like totally wasn't waiting like right outside my door.
He's like ready
a
to
creeper.
breach the room, like
Yep.
he's like 1, 2, 3.
I was counting down to 5 minutes, and you were
Which is why
you were
like
just a few seconds to go.
You're over here like an open line on Kyo's ring. Should I buy the magic beans or not?
Kyo, magic beans are always a scam. There's your answer. So I tell Manette of the interesting visitor that I had.
So what do I know about this guy?
Just your basic knowledge is going to be the same shtick. It's fairly general knowledge that the whole 9 hells and there's different devils for each level of the hells.
So he's kind of a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah, this is close to a god reaching out to a mortal. Close.
Wow.
It goes like God, angels and devils, and then, lower.
Okay. We have enough enemies. He doesn't seem to currently have ill will towards us.
He also didn't put a date or expiration on his invitation.
We don't have a whole lot else to go off of right now. So let's go meet the devil.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.